own Madden cover.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, welcome back to the show. Yes, guys, welcome back. Today we are on episode 382 of the Two Dum Yinzers show. Mike, there's only 24 days till the opener of the Pittsburgh Steelers season against the San Francisco 49ers. 24 freaking days.
That's like 21 more days than I signed on for, boys. When you told like 21 more days than I signed off for, or whatever it was, because I did not know there was a missing week of no football.
Ugh, I hate that. I hate that week. I always hate that week. Do you guys remember? I thought of this the other day.
It's coming, but you forget about it.
Do you guys remember when we used to do 2 bye weeks in a season in the NFL?
No.
There used to be 2 bye weeks in a season.
No.
And it was hell. I hated it. I was a kid. 80s? I was a teenager.
It had to be like
early 90s, probably.
That sounds miserable.
And it was miserable. And I hated it. And here we are. We're back dealing with more off weeks. Of course, everybody, today is the start of the football NFL weekend. Preseason starts tonight, Mike Derpy. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You can't beat this. Football nonstop 5 days tonight. I believe it's the Browns and the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody confirm this?
I hope the Eagles slaughter them.
I can't know. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull up the app and then I will take a look to see what's on the slate ski. I don't know why I'm
get real used to this
because I can't stand
what's on the slate because we got big important picks today.
Browns and Eagles.
Big important picks today, Mike. I hope you've been studying up and channeling your inner.
I'm drinking some adult beverages to get my mind right.
All right, maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. This will be what gets it done for you.
I think it will.
I'm gonna beat you again.
Derpy, are you feeling confident, Derpy?
I mean,
you didn't just win; you annihilated him. He won one game.
What was it again?
He got 1 that you didn't get, and you got 13 altogether. So that's 1 that he did. So 12-1 basically, and the other ones were ties. So see if Derpy.
I'm feeling more confident than a Browns fan winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So we're going to see today if Derpy can pick the right picks to continue his run on the show as the champion of the picks. Of course, still in preseason. Tonight begins week 2 with the Browns, Eagles. I can't wait. It's NFL football. I don't care who it is. I really don't care who it is at this point. The Steelers, of course, play Saturday against the Buffalo Bills at home. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, only 24 more days till regular season. Guys, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It needs to be here now. I want the regular season here now. I want my feud with Derpy to have meaning other than my hatred for him.
Give it time.
Out of my soul.
Give it time with you two. A couple of things that happened over the past couple of days. Keanu Benton back in full pads at practice after suffering a minor ankle injury last Friday in the preseason opener against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's big to me. I think he's such a big piece, and you know he's only a rookie, but I really think that he is a big piece of this defensive line because he was able to come in so advanced with his play. He's doing really great in camp, and that really helps the depth issues that we had last season. And this defensive line was a huge question mark last year.
I'm not ready to proclaim his rookie year to be like a Casey Hampton type rookie year where Big Snacks is established that he's going to be that one of the best, nose tackles in football for his entire career. I think Keanu Benton by midway, people will be referring to him as like little snacks. He will be he's going to remind people of Casey Hampton of just eating up that middle.
I think he could be a starter mid-season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think by then he will be entrenched fully in there. And I you know what? If he has to start day 1, I'm okay with it. But I'd like to see, just give him some more seasoning as the season goes along, and then by midway, just take control of that starting job right there in the middle of the nose. Because we've been missing one really since Casey Hampton went down. But a few years where Alu filled in, Kimo von Olhoffen filled in every once in a while. But we really haven't had that guy Well, we had Hargraves until he became too expensive.
And then he told us so no.
He didn't sell so. It was either him or Stephon Tuitt, and at that point, it was like a coin flip between who you keep. And
Yeah.
We chose the guy that wanted to retire the following year.
well, his brother died.
Yeah.
Ryan's like, life.
We lucked out.
He played for a while.
It is, but
Yeah, but, it sucked. But I just want, if we can get him established to where he can be like that Casey Hampton, that Javon Hargraves. That's what this D line needs. They need that solid stud in the middle, and I think we got the guy.
Also, some big winners in camp so far. I've seen a lot after yesterday's practice of Mr. Washington, or what was he, third round pick?
That snag, yeah.
Out of Georgia.
Mount
Washington. He quotes on some of the players on the field. He is very athletic. He looks like a basketball player. He is very capable of doing a lot of things. And as Mike just mentioned, the big snag that everybody probably seen on TV so far.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another young name, of course, one that I go on and on about is Nick Herbig. Nothing but good things comes out about him. I can't wait. I can't wait to see him play Saturday against Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And also my other big of the young guys, not a rookie, but a second-year guy, Mark Robinson. This guy here, I think, is going to pick up big time this year as far as play time. They said he's coming along really well, and he's been looking really good at camp. So those three guys I'm watching for: Washington, Herbig, and Robinson, on top of everybody else. But them are the three I'm most excited about at the moment.
Me too. Speaking of Washington, did anyone catch the big praise thrown his way by Gronk?
I did. Yeah.
Gronk. Yeah. He's like really impressed by him. Says he's gonna probably have about 600 to 700 yards receiving, and he's gonna have about 4 touchdowns this year, helping out in the red zone. If so, that's huge.
It's the only time in history that anybody from Pittsburgh's ever cared what Rob Gronkowski's ever had to say.
Exactly. Now that he's no longer a New England Patriot, Rob Gronkowski's just the greatest guy ever.
Yeah.
He's a treat. But no, I hope he can do that. You figure if him and Frymuth can combine for over 1,000, like 12 to 1,400 yards receiving, about 10 touchdowns between the two of them, that would be insane. And then you add in what Robinson can do and what the two guys on the outside can do. That would be huge. But yeah, Mount Washington, I can't wait to see what he can do in the passing game, because he's that guy that's so athletic. He doesn't look like he's athletic when he's out there just because he's so big.
Yeah.
You see him running fast, but it looks like he's out there running slow.
Of course, the other day, the Steelers waived John Lovett, running back, and they signed Xavier Valladay. I don't recognize the name, but statistics have it that 2018 through 2022, he was the FBS leading rusher with 4,473 yards.
I'm gonna say that name does sound familiar. I just can't remember from where.
Exactly.
What college?
Very good question.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm conflating like two different people with someone who has the first name Xavier and Halliday, but that name sounds very familiar.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see this guy. You know what? I think that our running back room is set, to be honest with you. I think right now you're just kind of going through these players. But you know what, Anthony McFarland, I seen enough from him last game that I'm happy. But we still do have 2 preseason games to take a look at him and the other running backs to take to get our final decision on
Arizona State.
The Sun Devils.
Yeah, but my thing with McFarland, he seems to be that training camp guy every year. Has a good training camp, has a good preseason, and then when it's live rounds start to be firing, he just doesn't live up to what he did in what you saw all through training camp and what you saw in the preseason. Yeah, I think what his rookie year, he had some injuries. Last year he was looking like he was coming along, and then when he got game action, he just can't produce. But I hope it clicks for him, because my God, what we see in the preseason is good.
Also, former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver James Washington once again released by the Saints this time. He's making his way. He's making his way around the NFC now. He's following Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera is trying to hit every team in the NFC. I think James Washington's going to be right there behind him.
He's that guy. Like, you see the talents there, but it just doesn't.
He just never moves like a 10 man. There's
He's that
just
guy.
something
Yeah,
about him.
he looks very robotic.
Yeah.
Very, yeah.
And it just doesn't look natural. The movement's not natural. And I think that makes coaches and coordinators uncomfortable if you're trying to coach him. Also, a couple of quick football tips here or notes here. Then we're going to go fly through the Pirates. But then, like I said, we do have our picks because the games start tonight. We can't wait any longer. It just can't happen. But Native American Guardians Association, they're demanding the return of the Redskin name. Group is organizing a position that already has more than 90,000 signatures via the New York Post. What do you, if Indians want the name, why can't we just give it to them?
Do we, if it's organized by this group, do we know like if is it 90,000 natives signing it or just like 90,000?
Does it matter?
Redskin fans signing it.
I mean, if the Indians are putting it out there and they're okay with whose names are on it, I guess it shouldn't matter to anybody.
Like one segment of them are putting it out.
But
they're not a monolith.
They don't have to be natives. It could be anybody. It's a petition.
It could be anyone. Yeah, it could be could be me putting it out there.
No, I'm saying you could sign your name to it, and that would be valid. As long as you sign the petition, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter who you are. You can't just go to one group and have them sign it.
But I don't see this owner going back to it. Like this new owner I don't think he's going to do that. He wants to put his new stamp on the team.
I don't know much about the guy, but I just know that there's a fight for the name back, and I say, why not give it to them if they want it? I think it's counterproductive to actually stop them from doing it. But one other thing, Mike, I did want to make a correction.
Yes.
The last day we talked, I had given you the statistics that Justin Fields went 3 for 14, and it was incorrect. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. It gave me those statistics that I gave you, those 3 passes that we talked about, and then next to it, it says Mr. 3 and 14.
Oh, okay.
Which refers back to their record last year.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I just assumed.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm looking at something
he had
3 and 3.
the 3 completed passes, and it says 3 for 14, and then like I said underneath.
Yeah.
So that's what it was.
You had to have seen 3 and 14 somewhere. So yeah.
What a coincidence that was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But hey, I still say 3 for 3. You just look at the stat line, and that's great.
I'm not convinced with anything the Bears do. I'm going to be honest with you. Let's talk about them at the end of the season. I could honestly say I have no energy to even.
I feel so bad for Justin
debate the Bears.
Oh, you were just talking shit on him the other day, Derpy. Now you feel bad
but I feel
him.
so bad. He's in that stinking organization.
I know, right? It's like everyone who goes there. You go there and your career dies.
I was just watching
like Cleveland.
They have this show in the morning, the ESPN show. They were talking about the 5, and I'm not going to stick on their story too long. I just want to tell you about an observation I just made. The 5 teams that could sneak into the Super Bowl this year. You know who the number 4 team was?
Steelers.
The Denver Broncos. The Broncos are one team that I think has no chance to get to any kind of Super Bowl.
If they had a better quarterback. I
knew what they're smoking.
So.
The Lions was number 5. The Giants was 4. The Saints was in there.
You could tell, like, even for for them on ESPN that they're ready for the regular season.
They're on crack.
You're scraping the bottom. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. But with them, they probably got money for the good crap.
Yeah. Let's run around the diamond here, guys. Pirates, they lose the last. No, they win one, they lose one. Of course, the last time we talked was 2 days ago. On Tuesday night, they won 7-4 over the Mets. Wednesday night, they lose 8-3. Pirates now sitting at 54 and 67, 121 total games into the season. So we have 41 games left. They're 11 games out, still tied with St. Louis in last place. For a few minutes yesterday, because our game was an earlier game, we were sitting in the basement all by ourselves at the division because the Cardinals hadn't played yet. Remember when we were at the top of the division and the St. Louis Cardinals were at the bottom of the division? Does this sure feel weird now that we're down below them?
It's the pitching clock.
I love the pitching clock.
This is the Buccos. We found our level. We found
what we're good at. And
we are propping up the rest of the division here. We're doing the Buccos are doing yeoman work, keeping everyone else above water.
The sad part about it, the schedule is really, it's not that bad the rest of the way. You got the Braves in there again, but besides for this, you got the Twins who we start with tonight, which is gonna, either help or hurt Derpy. I don't think that it's gonna help you, but I'm just gonna put that out there.
I don't even know on my team at this point what they're gonna be. So
It's a 3-game series. Game 1 against the Twins is tomorrow at 8:10. Probables for this game is going to be Andre Jackson again for the Pirates, still with a 0-0 record, 5.47 ERA and 28 strikeouts. And he's going to be going up against Pablo Lopez, who's 8-6 with a 3.66 and 180 strikeouts.
It would help though.
The Quinn Priester, I'm sorry, he gets set back down to AAA after a bad outing the other day. I think this is a good thing. I definitely don't think it's going to hurt him. I think that it can only help him. You're a pitcher. Go, put these guys back down to get their work.
Real quick regarding Quinn Priester, Bucco fans, they always lament the fact that we don't let our pitchers develop and we get rid of them too soon, pointing out that pitchers have went on to do well once they left here. But Quinn Priester, get rid of him. He's a bum. He sucks. Like,
wait till Skeens comes up and doesn't get everybody out in one inning. They're going to be ready to throw him out. It's funny going through
Pirates Twitter, and like the people who are calling those fans out are being attacked. Like, no, we're just pointing out that you want us to develop, take time, and we want to take time with this guy, but yet we're the idiots. Okay. Hopefully, if it give him a while. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You just can't make a snap decision like that. You 22-year-old rookie, come on now, give him a minute.
That's the reason why they're not making the money, right?
Oh, that's why
they're scooping ice cream and all that fine stuff. But the last thing I do want to say about the Pirates, Austin Hedges, I don't know if anybody caught this story. He's boo-hooing. Austin Hedges is boo-hooing because he got booed in Pittsburgh. He really didn't like it, he says. Earlier in the season, one being asked about it, he had no comment. Now that he's gone and with the Texas Rangers, he's not holding back. He says that he was very unsatisfied with the way that the fans treated him.
Oh,
it didn't have anything to do with the way that we were unsatisfied with the way that he was playing baseball.
Yeah. You know how many times like the Steelers have been booed off the field? How many times the Penguins have booed off the ice? And you know what we
booed
players,
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. We booed Terry Bradshaw. We booed Lemieux, Yager, Crosby, Malkin. But you know what they all do? They stand in front of the media and say, hey, you know what? We deserve that. We played terribly. That is on us. They don't sit there and say the fans don't know what they're talking about. They take accountability. Yes, we sucked, and we're going to say, yes, we sucked. We deserve to be booed.
I couldn't agree more. I'm not going to say he's a bad guy. I'm just glad he's gone. I'm just glad he's gone. He stunk, and now this. I'm sooner to be done with this whole Austin Hedges experiment. All right, guys. I hope you have your thinking caps, Mike. I hope you could channel your inner football gods this morning, because today this is retribution week. This is revenge week for Mike. This is your chance to come back and tie the Derpster to make week 3 next week, the last week in the preseason, meaningful, a little meaningful betting before we move on to the regular season. So this is as big as it gets, guys. This is probably the biggest thing you're going to do all week. So let me get prepared here. We will get your picks and we'll be set, because guys, we are only 24 days away from the opener. Pittsburgh Steelers host the San Francisco 49ers. So let's do this today.
I have the app up. I have like betting lines in front of me, over unders.
You have no reason to lose, is what you're saying.
I am prepared, and I am going to lose terribly. I had like a 4-week run at the beginning of last year where I was a god, and then I lost every week since. So, it is what it is.
You're going to get clapped harder than the 2017 Browns.
Ooh, yeah. He says you're going to get clapped so hard you're going to even form your own parade, Mike. Yeah,
that's fine. I'll form my own.
I like this confidence in the rookie.
You know what? I'll go down to New Orleans. You can have your own parade, and I'll go have a good time by myself. We got the
Wiley veteran on hand today, wearing his baseball hat. We have the
penguin
rookie
hat.
We have the rookie with his blue sweater on.
It's a penguin.
And we are ready to get started on this week's bets. As Mike keeps going on and on about zoo animals.
Yeah, because you said I have a pirate hat on.
It's a baseball style hat, you nugget.
No. You try to say I was supporting the Buccos. I do not.
Mike is wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates hat this morning, everybody. If you're just tuning in.
You know what? Fuck you. I'm turning the show off. That's the line. This friendship and partnership is over.
All right, here we go.
The Pirates.
You guys want to stop messing around. Let's do some picks. Tonight, guys, the beginning of 5 straight days of NFL football. The Eagles host the Browns. Again, this is only preseason, so you can't use logic while making your picks. So here's what I'm going to do. Derpy, You won last week. I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want to be the first chooser of the picks this week, or do you want to be the second chooser of the picks this week? You could have that option, and you have it the whole way through the list, whether you want to go first or whether you want to go second. What do you want to do?
Did I pick first last time?
I went back and forth.
I'm gonna go second.
You're going to go second. All right. So we got you all set here. Mike, you're going to take the
Because you're
picks first.
scared, Derpy. It's because you're scared.
Derpy is playing as the home team, if you will.
So
here we go, guys.
He's scared.
First game tonight, 7:30. The Browns visit the Eagles. Of course, the Browns. This is their third preseason game. You got to remember they played against the Jets in the Hall of Fame game. So, Mike, who do you like out of the Browns at the Eagles?
I'm taking the Eagles because the Browns were talking mad smack after the joint practice, saying the Eagles were taking deliberate cheap shots at Deshaun Watson, like Deshaun Watson's taking cheap shots at those massage therapists. So I think the Eagles are going to come out, seek a revenge and retribution, not only on their behalf, but on the massage therapist's behalf.
All right.
So I'm taking the Eagles.
Did you? Okay, good. Mike,
I'm fired up today. I've been fired up all day today.
You're good. Derpy. The Browns at the Eagles. Where are you going to go with this one?
You know you're not taking the Browns. Take the Eagles.
Nobody takes the Browns.
I took the Browns last week. Shut up.
So, Derpy, what do you think?
Eagles. I'm going to go
Eagles.
Eagles.
Eagles as well?
That's right. Good choice, Start. Good choice.
All right. You can't taunt him.
I'm not. I'm cheering him on. I try to be nice.
You can't curve which way he chooses.
I'm pumping Derp up, man.
All right, game 2 tomorrow, 7:00. We have 2 football games on Friday night here. The second game of the week. First game tomorrow is the Carolina Panthers at the New York Giants. Carolina Panthers at the New York Giants. Mike, what do you think?
Everyone knows you do not bet against the Panthers going to New York in August. It's just the Panthers never lose in New York in August. It's just rocket appliances here. So I'm taking the Panthers.
All right. Derpy. First game of Friday evening is the Panthers at the Giants. What do you think, man?
I'm gonna go Panthers as well.
All right. Derpy's like, if I pick every team that Mike picks, there's no way I can lose.
We're gonna draw.
Yep.
My 10-year will continue. All right, guys. Second game Friday evening is going to be the Bengals at the Falcons. The Bengals at the Falcons. If you remember, the Falcons beat Miami 19-3 last week. Again, preseason football, you take that and you just throw it out the window. It means absolutely nothing. Mike, Bengals at the Falcons.
I'm going to take the Falcons. They're 6.5 point, favored at home. You don't bet against Woodside, Iguaduque, and Malone, as you're starting, quarterback, running back, wide receiver in the second half for the Atlanta Falcons. Those guys are going to come out in the second half and rally the troops and beat the Bengals.
Derpy, Bengals at Falcons.
I'm going to go Falcons because without Joe Burrow, the Bengals are nothing.
All right. We're going to move to Saturday, the 1:00 game. There is one 1:00 game. This one has a little bit of intrigue to it. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Detroit Lions, just because they're both right around the same, I think, as far as where they're going to get this year. I think that Jacksonville has the quarterback to get it done, but yet I think Detroit has more of the all-around team at this point to get it done, more than Jacksonville does. So I think this game is going to be interesting in a lot of ways. Mike, who do you like between the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Detroit Lions at Ford Field?
Let's go with the Jags. Winning one on the road. Sudafed, the Lions quarterback, he had 2 picks last week. So, I don't think that's going to work well this week. So I'm taking the Jags.
Derpy, the Jaguars at the Lions. Talk it out.
Those are about the same team.
I agree. They're just a little bit of things.
Go on, Derpy. Pull out your 4th string depth chart that you have on every team. I know you're looking at it right now and making informed
Derpy has
decisions.
a strategy.
He secretly has every play charted. He has like some kind of analytics stuff going on back there.
So who will it be? Will it be the Jaguars or the Lions, Derpy?
I'm gonna go Jags.
There's a lot riding on this. All right. The let's see where we're at. First game of the day was the Jaguars Lions. The second game at 4:00 is the Dolphins at the Texans. The Dolphins at the Texans. Mike.
I'm going with the Fins. Skylar Thompson. He's going to rebound after throwing those 2 picks late in the second half last week, and they're going to rally to beat the Texans.
Derpy.
Derpy. Derpy.
My gut says I want to go with the Texans because of Ohio State, but realistically, I probably should go the Dolphins. So I'm going to go Dolphins.
All right. Go with the Dolphins. Next game of the week, guys. This might be the tiebreaker. Next game, 6:30 on Saturday, is the Buffalo Bills at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh.
I know how Mike traditionally takes this pick, but there is a lot riding on this, and it's going to be very interesting. Mike, who do you like?
Well, this is the first game at Acrisure Stadium. I believe your Pittsburgh Steelers in this preseason game are going to defy expectations. Mason Rudolph and Mitch Trubisky are going to have solid second halves after Kenny Pickett throws for 4 touchdowns in 2 quarters. Steelers win.
All right. I didn't see that coming. Derpy, what do you think? The Bills at the Steelers.
There are 31 teams in the NFL, and then there are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So you're taking the Bills.
No, I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right. So we're 6 games in. Not one game has differed. This might come down to a tiebreaker if it continues, but we'll only way to tell is continue to move on.
My exciting picks are influencing Derpy.
That's all right. That's what he gets for. That's what you get when you win. You get that advantage.
Yeah.
The next game, the 7:00 game on Saturday night, is the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. Can you get 2 worse teams, in my opinion? Mike, who do you like in this game?
I'm taking Bears all the way. Justin Fields is going to go 6 for 6, 258-yard passing, 4 touchdowns with a negative air pass velocity or air pass distance of negative 62 yards.
All right, Derpy, who do you like, the Bears or the Colts?
I'm going to go Colts because they beat them when they mattered in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, look at this guy, huh?
He's pulling back like Rex Grossman. Versus Peyton Manning barely beat Rex. Fuck it. I'm going to throw it deep Grossman.
Wow. Derpy's strategy. It actually blows my mind in a way.
He's pulling out historical facts and figures here.
You know, it would have taken me a long time to even get to the point, the fact that the Bears played the Colts back in 07. But Derby, he's on top of. He's like a piston in a car engine, just bang, bang, banging this out. I respect the strategy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say though, if the Colts receivers in the first half can actually hold on to passes, Anthony Richardson would be putting up some pretty good numbers this preseason.
That's what I hear.
I have some faith. That's why I really chose him though.
7:30 game. The game that starts 7:30 on Saturday night is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who we got to take a really good look at against a team that a lot of people were expecting to do some things this season between the Jets. It's going to be the Buccaneers at the Jets. Mike, who do you like?
I'm taking the Jets. I'm taking Izzy Abanikanda in the second half. Just hand him the ball and let him eat. He already has 21 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown this preseason. Just let him eat, man. Just hand him the ball. Zach Wilson managed the game in the second half.
He actually has 2. He had a touchdown in both of the games. Well, I guess maybe they're not counting the Hall of Fame game. I'm sorry.
It just has rushing touchdowns, so he might have like a receiving touchdown in there. I may be mistaken.
Derby, the Buccaneers and the Jets. Again,
I'm gonna go Jets.
All right. So far, the Colts Bears game is the deciding factor in these picks, but we still have a way to go, guys. Next game is going to be one of the 8:00 games on Saturday. Looks like there's a handful of them here. The next game is going to be the Titans at the Vikings. Mike, Tennessee or Minnesota?
Oh, this is going to be a good one. we know the Vikings have a good wide receiver in Justin Jefferson, not as good as George Pickens, apparently. But
According to Ryan Clark.
According to Ryan Clark, I want what Ryan Clark is smoking. My guy has been on fire with his hot takes this preseason.
You seen the hits he put on with that head.
Yeah, I think he took the brunt of those hits. I'm gonna take this is a tough one because they both have pretty good teams, especially in the I'm gonna take the Titans. Malik Willis. I'm taking him. He's shown some growth from year 1 to year 2, and I want to see him keep going. So I'm going to root for him to get the win.
Derby, Titans, Vikings.
Exactly what Mike said. Malik Willis.
All right, you're going Titans.
And everyone has hated Malik Willis all off season. We were all praising Will Levis, and now we're all back on the Malik Willis bandwagon. I love being a sports fan.
Another 8 o'clock game.
Fickle.
Another 8 o'clock game, guys, is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Arizona Cardinals. Kansas City Chiefs at the Arizona Cardinals. Mike.
Oh, they let me down last week, but I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that they're going to go 0 for, you know what I mean? So they're eventually going to win. And boy, the Cardinals would be a good team to do it against. Huh?
It's the Chiefs, it's the preseason. We're going to let all the backups play.
Derby, I hear you saying, do you agree? Or do you want to go with the Cardinals?
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Ooh, interesting. Gutsy Derby.
Ooh, that's two that are different.
I like them.
We'll get every other game. We'll get every game right. It'll come down to these two where it's a 50-50 tie.
All right. We'll do tiebreaker as well. Going back to 1997. The 96 season, 97 Super Bowl, the Patriots, Packers, Desmond Howard, Drew Bledsoe. You remember the names. Mike, New England Patriots, Green Bay Packers, Lambeau Field. Who wins?
I'm taking the Green Bay Packers. Sean Clifford's going to throw for 3 interceptions, but lead a comeback in the fourth quarter where he throws 2 touchdowns. Just like he's at Penn State playing Michigan or Ohio State. He's going to do something stupid, then do something great, and you forget about the stupid.
All right, Derpy. I'm looking for the winner of the Patriots and the Packers at Lambeau.
At Lambeau?
Yes. Derpy's like,
give me the cheese.
Derpy's like, what's the miles per hour of a wind?
Give me the cheese.
You want the cheese. All right. Derby, you got the Packers as well. Next game is a 8:30 game on Saturday night. This game is between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike.
Who
these nuts on ESPN are picking the Broncos to be a sleeper team to get into the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, no less.
I don't know at this point of what
they would have had 4 more wins last year if they had a competent quarterback. And speaking of competent quarterback play, the 49ers did not really get it out of Trey Lance, or they did. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass here. But you know what? I just like saying it. It's the preseason. I'm going to say it again. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Derpy.
As Thomas Jefferson just killed himself on my desk.
Broncos at San Fran.
I'm gonna go San Francisco.
San Fran. All right. So that's 3 games.
That's a good pick, actually.
We are down to 4 games. Next game is the 9 o'clock game. We're going to be out West Coast for this. The 9 o'clock game on Saturday night is between the Las Vegas Raiders and the LA Rams. Mike, preseason, not much to go by, not much expectations, not many stars. But who is going to win between the Raiders and the Rams?
I'm going to take your Aiden O'Connell led Las Vegas Raiders.
All right, the hated Raiders. Derpy, who do you like between the Raiders and the Rams? It's out in LA.
Give me the Raiders.
The Raiders. All right. 3 games left. 1 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. I'm sorry, 1 on Saturday night, 1 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. The last 3 games of the weekend. The 10 o'clock Saturday night game. Guys, the Cowboys, who it's always their season, but you know what? They haven't held the Lombardi in about 30 years. The Cowboys at Seattle. This is always our year, the Cowboys fans say. Mike, who do you think is going to win? Cowboys or Seattle at Seattle?
Let's go with God. Let's go Seattle.
All right. Derpy, who do you like in this one?
Drew Lock is God.
Yeah.
I'm going to Seattle.
Okay. He said Drew Lock. So that leaves us with two games. And they are Sunday. The only game is Sunday. That's odd. Odd to see. The only game Sunday is between the Saints and the Chargers. The Chargers hosting this matchup. Mike, who do you think is going to win between the Saints and the Chargers?
Let's go with the Saints. Saints.
All right. That's a tough one. Derpy, Saints, Chargers. Who do you think?
The Saints.
All right, guys. One pick left of the week. This is the last game of the week. It's going to be a Monday night game. We got for the bookends. We have the AFC North, Cleveland Browns, Eagles starting the week on Thursday, and then to end the whole thing, you have the Ravens and the Commanders. So teams from the same divisions, both sides, finishing up the weekend. So Mike, in this last game of the weekend, Monday night, 8:00, first Monday night game of the season, Ravens at Commanders.
You know Harbaugh's going to have them.
Somebody's got to give these guys their first loss in the preseason.
I
know.
Wouldn't
it be somebody like the Commanders or something that would do it, you know?
It would be them, but I'm taking the screw it. I'm going to take the Ravens.
All right. I mean, for 23 straight times, I think it was a safe bet. Derpy, Ravens at the Commanders. Backyard brawl, basically.
I'm going to go Commander because nobody likes the Ratbird.
All right, so that's 4 games. 4 games different between the two of you. Every game is the same except for the Colts game, the Colts and Bears, the Cardinals Chiefs, San Fran and the Broncos, and finally the Ravens and Commanders. So we're going to pick a tiebreaker. How do we do the tiebreaker, Mike?
Over under.
Yeah, we'll do the Steeler game. The Steeler game will be the tiebreaker game. And you tell me how many points you think the game is going to have in total. Say you think the Steelers are going to win 17-13, then you would say 30 points. Derpy will do the same. Who is ever the closest without going over will be the winner if it does, in fact, come down to a tie and have to go through the tiebreaker. Mike, what do you think? Steelers, Bills, Saturday evening, Acrisure Stadium. What do you think?
Let's go Steelers 27, the Bills 13.
27-13. So that puts you at a 40-point total. Derpy, I'm going to ask you the same question. If in case it comes down to a tie, which it is possible, it's not guaranteed, but it could happen. And if it does happen, I'm going to look for the amount of points scored in this game. In between you two, I'm going to see who got the closest to it without actually going over, and that would decide the winner in case of a tie in a tiebreaker situation. Derpy, what do you think the score is going to be? The score, now that would actually come down to a double tie. No, you know what? Give me your score just for shits and giggles, but the amount total is going to be what it is exactly what I need. So what do you think?
21-7.
21-7 for a total of 28 points. All right, we got everybody locked into place. Everybody's teams are picked. Tiebreakers are picked. It comes down to this. So we will know Monday night, late Monday night. So we won't get back into this till Tuesday morning. But at that point on Tuesday morning, we will know who won week 2. And we're getting close. We're getting so close to the regular season when they start to count. So I wish both of you guys the best of luck.
I got this in the bag.
Mike, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about the website?
Dumyinzers.com. Head over there for all your needs for the Dum Yinzers. We have links to everything and more over there. All of our socials are over there, emails over there, merch stores over there. For you lonely Pirate fans, buy your Bob Nothing merch to voice your displeasure of the way he runs that team. All at Dumyinzers.com.
All right, guys, we do have more Buffalo Bills trivia. Again, most of their history is tragic, so let's keep this in mind while we're contemplating what the answer
No,
could
they're
be.
totally winning a Super Bowl this year.
They might.
And chuck it.
Before I go into that, Mike, I just want to say Orange County, the soccer team, they defeated the Riverhounds yesterday, ending a Riverhounds 3-game winning streak. They lose 1-0 to Orange County, California.
Damn, you hounds. Come on, get it together.
All right, here we go, guys. This is the Buffalo Bills trivia, of course, because we are playing Buffalo. This is the trivia that we're going to do for the week. Are you ready, fellas?
Ready.
Here we go. Which Bills receiver stripped the ball from showboating defensive tackle Leon Lett in Super Bowl 27? We all know the play. Frank Reich fumbles. Leon Lett picks it up, rumbles, tumbles, stumbles 64 yards. And as he puts the ball out to show off when he's getting ready to cross the goal line, this receiver from the Buffalo Bills comes from behind, strips the ball, and prevents the touchdown from happening and making the Super Bowl even worse than what it was. Looking for a receiver's name. Think this over. If you guys want a hint when I get back, I'll give you a hint. Guys, we're live every day, 7 days a week from Monday to Sunday, every week, every day, right here at 11:30 a.m. Also, we put the show that we do live every day, brand new, over to Spotify at 8 o'clock p.m. So every day you go over to Spotify and listen to the show live, the live show that we did that day, the news show on Spotify after 8 o'clock in podcast form. Guys, the question today is this. Of course, it's a Buffalo Bills question. Which Bills receiver stripped the ball from showboating defensive tackle Leon Lett in Super Bowl 27? We, of course, talked about this game briefly. The last time we spoke, it was the game where there was 9 turnovers committed by the Buffalo Bills. So I'm looking for the receiver that tackled, that stripped the ball from Leon Lett and prevented him to get that touchdown. Are you guys, do you have a pick, or do you want me to give you some choices?
Oh, I got a pick.
All right, Derpy.
Can I have choices?
You sure can. Let me get Mike first, and then we will get to you. Mike, who do you think the receiver was?
Don Beebe.
Oh, Don Beebe. Is this your final answer?
Final answer.
All right, let me get you locked into place. All right, Derby, comes to you. Which Bills receiver stripped the ball from showboating defensive tackle Leon Lett in the Super Bowl blowout, Super Bowl 27? Was it A, was it James Lofton? Was it B, was it Andre Reed? Was it C, Don Beebe? Or D, Steve Tasker? James Lofton, Andre Reed, Don Beebe, Steve Tasker. Who do you
Don
think?
Beebe.
Don Beebe. Both going with Don Beebe, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Final answer. Let me lock you into place. There we go. All right, guys. Question of the day is this: which Bills receiver stripped the ball from showboating defensive tackle Leon Lett in the Super Bowl 27? The choices I gave were James Lofton, Andre Reed, Don Beebe, and Steve Tasker. Both of the guys on the show picked Don Beebe. And the answer, of course, is Don Beebe. Great job, guys.
I know. I'm awesome.
Gentlemen, have anything you want to say before we get out of here? Mike.
Oh God. Can we please let George Pickens and Mount Washington develop before we start heaping all this, you know, expectations on them. And if they don't meet them, we're going to say they're bust. My God, let them play a few years in the league before we say, you know, one's the greatest, better than the best receiver out there, and one's going to put up, you know, better numbers than our starting tight end. Let them play and develop. I hope they hit those expectations, but if they don't, remember, they're still young and still learning in this league.
Derby?
Browns will never win a Super Bowl.
Derpy.
Derby.
You know what? That's probably true. But I do like it. So there you have it, everybody. Great job. Mine is 24 days. 24 days, guys. 3 weeks from right now and add 3 days. So 3 weeks from this Sunday, 24 days, 49ers, season opener, Acrisure Stadium. I think we win this game. If that's it for you guys.
Bag.
Derpy. It's for the two Dum Yinzers, Derpy, Mike, myself, everybody.